Hello everyone, in this tutorial we'll be showing you how to streamline Windows 11 for ultimate speed. You'll be finding some tips you might already know, but you'll definitely find tips you definitely do not know, and at the end you'll be able to streamline your Windows for ultimate speed. Now Windows 11, while visually appealing, sometimes can feel sluggish, so here's a comprehensive guide to streamline your system for ultimate speed. The first is startup optimization. You can do this by clicking on Control, Shift and Escape, and this will bring up the Task Manager. Alternatively, you can click on the taskbar, click on Task Manager, and you'll have just this. The next thing to do in this case to improve your startup is to go over to Startup Apps. Your goal here is to consider the status. As you can see, we have some enabled, but then again, you want to look at the ones that have a startup impact. We just clicked on Startup Impact to switch it from highest to lowest, and you can see two apps here that are enabled that have a high impact. Now, depending on your workflow, you will need to decide if this is worth it to leave it on. However, any unnecessary software deserves to be disabled. So you can right click on it and click on Disable, and this will disable this app from starting up when your Windows is starting. The next tip to try is to go over to Microsoft Services. You can do this by pressing on the Windows button plus R. And when you have this, you're going to type in msconfig, press on enter. Then you're going to go over to the Services tab. Then you're going to click on Hide All Microsoft Services. Then your goal here is to carefully review all these different services that are running and see which are totally unnecessary. Be careful when you're doing this so you don't disable any critical services. For example, if you're into graphics related processes, you'll need your NVIDIA to be running. So we're going to leave this on and look for others. Again, we're not going to provide specifics. However, we're going to let you know that you'll need to look at it according to your computer specifications and decide which is not needed. The next tip, once again, is to type in Windows and R, and in the input field, you're going to put sys dm.cpl. Press and enter. Then we're going to go over to the Advanced tab, and under the Performance section, you're going to click on Settings, and then you can switch over to Adjust for Best Performance. This will basically turn some of these off in order to speed up your Windows. Alternatively, you can manually choose what you don't want by considering each of them line by line. After you've done that, you can click on Apply, click on OK to register the settings. The next thing is to work on the storage optimization. And one way to do this is to use the disk cleanup. So press on the Windows button on your computer, or you can come over here with your mouse and click on Start and then search for Disk Cleanup. By writing disk, you will see Disk Cleanup suggested. We're going to click on it. And right here, you can go ahead and select temporary files or junk files that you don't need anymore. You can see by this selecting all of these, you can see I'm saving about 631 megabytes. Click on OK, delete the files, and you can see Disk Cleanup is working. Now when that's done, you can click on the Windows button again at the bottom right corner of your screen, and then type in Settings. Click on Settings. Then right here, you're going to select System, then go to Storage here, and then make sure you have your storage sense turned on. You can toggle this on or off, but it's best to toggle this on. Then we're going to click on it, and it's going to take us here. You can configure cleanup schedules such as run storage sense every week, delete files from my recycle bin if they've been there for over 30 days so they don't accumulate, and delete files in my downloads folder if they haven't been opened for more than, you can choose a period of time. So we could leave it at 30 days because if you're downloading something, you want to use it, and if it's not been opened in 30 days, it needs to be deleted. It means maybe you're not using it. Of course, this is your choice, and you can choose any option you want. Then you also have delete files in my downloads folder if they haven't been opened in more than 60 days. So all of these settings are really great if you're trying to improve your Windows storage optimization. And then lastly, we have the defragmentation and optimization. This option is important for those who are using HDD drives and not SSDs. So we're going to search for defragment, click on it, and then you can optimize or analyze depending on what's available. Once you do this, this will start an optimization of your fragmented files. Remember, if you're using an SSD, this is not necessary as Windows will automatically optimize them itself. And that was the last for storage optimization. But then again, we have updating and driver management. So you're going to click on your Windows button, search for update, click on check for update. This is going to open your settings window. and you can see updates available to install. So it's important to be up to date with all your softwares and hardware so they can perform at their best. If your drivers are not up to date, they will present different problems for you, and this will slow down your workflow. And then as a final tip, you're going to go over to your settings, click on apps, go over to installed apps, and depending on the app, you're going to go over to the three dots, click on the three dots there, and you're going to click on advanced options. Now, some apps do not have this advanced options, but for those that do have them, you can click on the advanced options, and then you can see background apps permissions. You can see the Arc browser is always running in the background, but we don't really use the Arc browser in our case, so we're going to click on this and then say never, so we can only use it when we're really needing it. This will help reduce the processes running in the background. So, which of these are you learning for the first time? And which tips do you use to streamline your Windows 11 for ultimate speed? Do let us know in the comment section below. And if you did find this video insightful, do give us a like and subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching.